Hi, I'm Michelle PW, author of the best-selling Love-Based Business series that is designed to help you build a business you love and that loves you back. And you are watching Flip It, my show that helps you flip your perspective so you get everything you want in life and business. For more of an explanation of how this works, just check out my first episode. Today's topic, how do I stop procrastinating? For years, I had a secret, and that secret was I procrastinated. Now, from the outside, it certainly looked like I was getting a lot done. Multiple six-figure business, nonfiction books published, fiction book published, but inside it was a constant struggle. I would set aside time to work on my book projects or my blog posts, but whether or not I actually got anything done during that time was another story. I struggled with this for years. In the beginning, I was convinced this was an organizational problem. If I could just simply get better with my time and more organized, I would have more time to work on my books, right? Well, I tried everything. New systems, productivity tips. In fact, I became a little obsessed with goals and planners and to-do lists. So much so, I'm working on a love-based goals book now because I just learned so much, I figured I better share it with something. Now, while I did get more organized and I was actually able to get more things done, I still wasn't working on my books as much as I wanted. And much to my dismay, I still found myself procrastinating too much. So maybe there's another problem. Maybe it's me. I decided to try the personal development route. After all, I was able to break some of my other toxic habits, like my worrying habit. Maybe this would be a way to break my procrastination habit. The more committed I became to my personal development habits, the more I was able to really turn my inner world around. I was so much more peaceful and happy, and I broke a ton of habits that weren't serving me, and in their place, I had new supportive habits. But I was still procrastinating. How could this be? I tried everything. I tried organization and scheduling and planning and to-do lists, and I tried meditation and journaling and other personal development tools. What was going on? I was close to my wit's end, and then I remembered a book I had read years ago. It's called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and it's about helping artists and writers who are blocked and not creating start creating again. And in that book, she shares her own story. Julia had a successful writing career, writing screenplays in Hollywood. How she wrote was every day at 4 p.m. she would fix herself 3 scotches, line them up by her typewriter, yes, this was a long time ago, and start a race. The race was how much writing could she get done in that small window of opportunity when the alcohol loosened the creative juices and before she was too drunk to write. She described the experience as crashing headfirst into a wall over and over again. Every night she broke herself to write. So what I started to realize is I was doing the same thing. No, I wasn't using alcohol, although maybe I should have because it would have been more efficient. I was using procrastination. It didn't matter how much time I set aside to write. I wouldn't actually start until I was nearly out of time. I would have wasted hours and hours, and there I would be at the end of the day facing the choice of do I just throw in the towel and try again tomorrow, or do I try and get something done? Now, if I had a hard deadline, clearly I was getting it done. If I didn't, it was split between me pushing myself or trying again tomorrow. Needless to say, this was a very painful way to write. So how did I break this? Well, first off, I finally started recognizing what I was doing. But the other thing I did was I went back to my journaling practice and I started rooting around in some of my buried anger and resentment emotions. As I started releasing those, I found myself seeing all the ways my procrastination habit had served me. And make no mistake, just like my worrying habit had served me, my procrastination habit had served me too. So what possible ways can procrastination serve you? Well, for one thing, I still had a belief you must work hard to be successful. I thought I'd gotten rid of that belief years ago, but it turned out I'd only buried it. And you see, if I procrastinate during the day, I'm not working. See how that works? Also kept me from being too successful, which would mean I would need to work even harder. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what the bad habit is. Worrying, procrastination, letting your boundaries slip, gossiping, starting fights, overeating, there is always a payoff. And if you've tried other things to get rid of that habit and it still plagues you, that's likely because there is still a payoff you're getting from it. So once I got to the bottom of all the ways my procrastination habit was serving me, that's what finally allowed me to break the habit. So how do you stop procrastinating? It might be as easy as getting to the bottom of what the payoff is. If you've liked today's show, you may like my best-selling love-based business books, including, and specifically, my Love-Based Money and Mindset book. You can check it out on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, and more. and help spread the word. Tweet it out. How can I stop procrastinating? You decide. #FlipIt. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you may want to check out my lovebasedbizblog.com. I've got some great articles and resources there to help you create a business you love and that loves you back. See you next time.